Speaking of shabby, we're talking about Tanner's pick of the week, that being the 1990s film Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Better watch what you say, boy.
Anyway, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, guys, you know what it is. We're in the 90s. We're in New York City. We've got the Turtles. They're just there. Don't even worry about it. We find out there is a massive crime spree going on in the city. People are getting their stuff jacked all the time. April O'Neil, a local news reporter, she's fucking accosted by some ninjas and they get beat up and she's like, what? And then later, Raphael saves her from fucking some ninjas. She wasn't fucking the ninjas. I just was using fucking as a filler word there. I'm already taking too long to describe this plot. The Turtles discover that the ninjas are part of a gang called the Foot, led by Shredder, and they're just jacking shit, I guess just to make money or something. It's unclear, I suppose. And the Turtles have to stop them. The Shredder kidnaps, what's his fucking name? Splinter?
You yelled it at the beginning of the summary.
Oh, yeah. They kidnap Splinter, they fuck him up, the Turtles, retreat to recover, and then they go in and they fight the Foot Clan, and they rescue Splinter, and then they fight Shredder and kick him into a garbage truck where he is then casually murdered by Casey Jones. The end. Oops! My haiku as inspired by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 4 Ninja Turtles, Shredder and his teen army. Cowabunga, dude.
Pretty solid. Yeah, I remember, God, what was it? Referring to when Shredder's fucking falls into the garbage truck. I think my wording was somewhere along the lines of pretty much what you said were the most casual, like, nonchalant deaths of in any movie of all time or whatever.
It's very fun. Casey Jones literally goes like, whoops, and then fucking crushes this guy to death.
That was definitely a thing. This movie, I gotta say, when I looked at like the movie art, or the cover art, I was worried about it, but it had like the same puppetry that I akin to Labyrinth, and I really enjoy the puppetry in that as well. And the costume design,
they're both Jim Henson.
They are both Jim Henson.
Oh, solid. That's probably why I like this movie. But yeah, like between the costumes and then the puppetry and all that, I mean the acting wasn't anything to gawk at, but I kind of attribute that to like I don't want to say it's because of the era, because there are definitely good actors from eras. So, but I don't know. I thought the movie was paced fairly well. I liked the costumes and all that stuff. I don't really know what else to say besides all that. It was just a funny, action-ish movie. They moved around surprisingly well in those turtle costumes.
They're hopping and jumping and doing flips and shit in those costumes. It's very impressive. I do have a quick question for Jackson. This is one of his very, very few introductions to the world of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. One problem I think this movie has is I don't think it actually teaches you very much about the Turtles themselves. So I want to ask Jackson, could you give me the like basic character traits each of the Turtles have based on this movie? Nothing?
Yeah, it didn't do a very good job.
They all just kind of seem like dumb teenagers. Like one of them's like hot-headed. Okay. But that's like the only. I don't even know what the name of that one is.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only one who really gets much characterization in this movie is Raphael. We can kind of tell he's much more willing to go out and be around humans than the others, and he's, more hot-tempered. We get just a tiny sprinkling of, like, Leonardo. We can tell he's a bit more timid, but he's also the leader.
I don't know, I think they got Michelangelo pretty good.
Michelangelo and Donatello are indistinguishable in this movie. They act exactly the same.
They did my boy
They even have Donatello riding the skateboard, which, like, based on the cartoon, is a famously Michelangelo trait. So,
they did him dirty. My favorite boy.
They did do him dirty. Like,
Fun fact, though, did you know, originally in this film, Michelangelo was supposed to have, like, a bit of a darker turn in his character. Once, Splinter gets captured and everything, he was supposed to start getting real angsty and angry and shit like that, which was supposed to be displayed in the farm scenes. Famously, that part where Tanner yelled, "Splinter!" That was supposed to be Michelangelo, actually. And in the movie, if you pay close attention, you'll see it actually is Michelangelo yelling that. However, they dubbed over it with Raphael instead because they just completely cut that subplot.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense to be Raphael too, because it's literally his fault that they discovered where the turtles are and got Splinter. So
fair enough, dude.
Yeah, and let's see, it's a silly, fun romp. I think the action is pretty solid throughout the movie. I think my biggest complaint is this movie has tonal issues. I do not think that it swaps between action, comedy, and then some of those more serious moments very well.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you could say that again.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of expect that out of a TMNT, but I don't know, because like the only other movies I've seen are the Michael Bay live action movies.
Yikes.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, to be fair, I think I've only seen the first one. I wasn't crazy about it. I didn't like the way that they were portrayed. They also don't look like teens, so the only other like
and they do in this one?
They look more like teenagers than those ones.
True.
I think my only other two experiences are probably, I always get the year wrong. I think it's like the 2003 animated.
2007.
Was it 2007? And then 2012 Nickelodeon version of NT as well. Those are like my only experiences. But yeah, like you were saying, I think its action is serviceable. It does a fine job at I think.
Yeah, it can at times. Like, that scene where they're, like, fighting the ninjas and shit like that in April's house, I thought was fine for the most part.
Yeah.
That big final fight with Shredder, that was garbage.
Just a little bit.
They don't do anything, and then Splinter shows up and one-shots him, like...
Yeah. And also,
and not even by punching him or anything, he just, does a...
moves out of the way.
Yeah. He just kind of jukes him.
The other issue with, like, that final fight, it's just, like... Shredder was standing there while they were, like, talking to each other. I'm like, dude, in any other, like, version of Shredder...
He's just kind of, like, looking around, walking off in the background and shit.
I was like, in any other version of Shredder, like, Shredder's just a ruthless, not necessarily, I guess, killer.
Yeah, I'd say killer.
He would be fucking people up at all given times of the day if they were in his presence. So, just a little... Yeah, not great, but...
Honestly, Tanner, I'm downright baffled they didn't have, like, a whole section dedicated to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles questions on the culture quiz.
That would have been funny.
That would have been funny. I should have done it. Who is Krang? Anyways, I like Casey Jones, just like as a concept. I don't know. I can't tell if he's well done in this movie. I just like the character of Casey Jones.
I thought he was fine. They constantly change. I was gonna say something that was wrong. It's not important. Never mind.
Okay. Jackson, what are your thoughts on the movie?
I think it's really fucking goofy. I think the action is really goofy. I can't take anything seriously. I didn't really think it was that funny. It's pretty mid for me.
Goofy but not funny. Very interesting.
Well, like, I can tell that it's just, like, some goofy shenanigans, but I don't necessarily find that funny. Like, I can watch some fucking kid show and some goofy shit going on, but it's not entertaining.
Okay. I do like the soundtrack.
I like that the Noid is in this movie. I think it's probably my favorite part.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Do we have any other thoughts on this one?
Nothing in particular.
Hi.
Dude, for the ratings for this one, I guess I'll kick us off here. I'll go with a C+, I'm thinking.
Okay. Jackson, what are you going to give it?
I gave it a C.
Interesting. Dylan?
I'm just really unsure on a lot of the movies. Damn. Tanner, go ahead and give yours. I might need to keep looking over this list.
Okay, my rating. I'm acknowledging this is my nostalgia winning, and it'll probably have to get lowered at a later date. I'm giving it an A-.
Jesus. It's on the same tier as Sound of Freedom, eh?
Yes, sir.
They're good in their own ways, respectively.
Yeah.
You know, I'll meet you there, Tanner. I'll also.
Fantastic. That puts it at what, like a fucking B?
That puts it at a solid B.
Where
You're
the
right.
hell did I rank Labyrinth?
It's impossible to know.
No, not
Why
too
did that
high.
come to you?
There's puppets in both of them.
Yeah. Dylan, did you grow up with this movie?
No.
Okay. I did. And I still gave that shit a C+. Fuck younger me. He didn't know what he liked.